Hey everybody, Charlie here with the Book of Gaming. First of all, before we start this video, I want to say a heartfelt thank you to everybody who watched our latest video short. It was explaining about how you can have Mario in Super Mario World do the actual Super Mario dance from the Lou Albano Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go! Do the Mario!
If you haven't seen that, feel free to go to my shorts and find it there. Thanks to you, we've had over 1,000 views on that video, the most any video has ever gotten here on my channel. So once again, thank you to everybody who watched that.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over
1,000 views. Now, this video is going to be the first in a series that I'm excited to talk about. The series is going to be called Testimonies through Gaming. This is going to be an opportunity to tell you things that have happened in my life that involve gaming, that have helped shape my character. Maybe some pleasant memories that I look back on fondly from my childhood, or maybe some things that God has done through me through video games themselves. It's going to be an array of stories, so I look forward to each and every single video. Now, this video is going to be a feel-good story, one that might make you cry and go, "Aww." Well, anyhow, yes, and it involves my childhood. It involves a story about somebody I don't get to talk about often, my older brother. Now, picture this. This happened in ye olden time of 1992. Back then, the song by Billy Ray Cyrus, "Achy Breaky Heart," was a #1 hit and playing all over the radio. And the reason I mentioned that is because it actually has a little bit to do with what I'm talking about. When my brother was in high school, he liked going to dances. And we used to have a dance near our neighborhood at a local Catholic church every week. And he would attend those every single week, hang out with his friends and I guess dance with girls. I don't know. I was in elementary school. I didn't know anything about that stuff. But one day he wanted to take me. And to me, that was a huge blessing. That was a huge honor. And I was so excited. My brother was going to take me to the dance that he normally goes every week. So I was in elementary school. I was in 5th grade and I was so excited. I got all dressed up. And then as soon as we got to the church where the dance was happening, have you ever had an experience where you are the odd person out? You feel like everybody is looking at you and your face gets hot and you start feeling sweaty and your heart starts palpitating? Well, that was me at that time. It was very overwhelming to my little 5th grade elementary school self. So I got really scared watching all these older people dance, and I was in the corner just sitting, minding my own business. And I remember that Achy Breaky Heart was playing and everybody was having a good time, and I was trying to motivate myself to join the fun, join the party, so to speak. So I finally got up and said, hey, if everybody's having fun, then I want to have fun too. So I got on the dance floor and I started dancing by myself. Now, mind you, I was all about 11 or 12 in 5th grade, got on the dance floor and I started dancing my heart out. I started dancing the best I possibly could. And then all of a sudden, all the older kids there started laughing, started pointing at me, started making fun of me. And it went from me having a good time to me just darting off back into that corner that I was sitting at before. And I didn't want to get up from there for the rest of the night. So later, this older man approaches me. The way I remember, he was probably around his 50s or 60s. So he comes up to me and asks me, hey, what grade are you in, son? And I told him, oh, I'm in the 5th grade. And all of a sudden he looks at me really sternly and says, well, you're not supposed to be here. This dance is for people that are in middle school and high school. So I got even more embarrassed and all I wanted to do was go home. So my brother saw me in the corner, comes up to me like, hey, what's wrong? And I told him how I felt, and I was embarrassed and people were making fun of me, and he felt really bad. And I told him that that older guy over there told me that I wasn't supposed to be here. And he looks at the older guy and he approaches him and asks, "Hey, what did you say to that kid?" And he looks at my brother and says, "Oh, I told him he wasn't supposed to be here. This dance is for middle school and high school only." And my brother looked at him and said, "That's my younger brother." And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that." So apparently my brother knew this guy. He was probably somebody who was security or somebody running the dance at the time. My older brother saw that I was not feeling the best, and he approaches me and says, "Hey, I'm sorry about all this. I'm sorry that you got embarrassed. Tell you what, let's get out of here and let's go rent a video game and I'll play with you all night." And that made my little, 11 or 12-year-old self very, very happy. So we left the dance and we went to our local video store to pick up one of my favorite games of all time, which, in telling the story, this is probably why this is one of my favorite games of all time. Monopoly for the NES. Hearing the music and all the activity in that video game always puts me in a happy place. So my brother and I spent the rest of the night playing Monopoly together. We had a good time. We always enjoyed how the little figures moved and how the police officer would tell you, after leaving jail, "Don't be coming back now.
Don't be coming back now."
And it was such a good time, and that's something that I treasure even at the ripe old age of 40-something now. Back when I was a kid, my brother saw his younger brother not feeling the best and took the rest of the night to cheer him up. That really is a memory that I treasure. And I believe situations like that through video gaming has helped develop my personality. I like having conversations like this and telling, stories and testimonies like this because I believe, as far as having a ministry or talking about Jesus, when you put video games in the picture, it tends to be a little bit of a taboo for Christians or non-Christians alike. Well, you can talk about Jesus, but why do you bring video games to it? So I like to make videos like this to show you how video games have meant more to me than just a distraction or a way to spend a few hours. It very much was a way to connect me with my family, or maybe even have time to have quiet time with myself and reflect on how good God is, which is going to be another video for another day. I'm looking forward to telling you about that situation itself. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a big favor. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribed. Like the video, comment down below, and share it with anybody that you think it would bless. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed telling you that part of my life that involved one of my favorite video games, and I humbly believe that it's one of my favorite video games now, big time, because it holds a special place in my heart because of that night where my brother and I spent the rest of the night playing that game together to make me feel better. Anyhow, before I go, I want to bless you by saying, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Have a great day.